Good afternoon, good evening, sweet, dear suicide troll friends. I'm just gonna lay here and have like a little talk therapy, ask some questions. Took a nap. I was gonna go work outside and it was warm. So I come in here and I smoke some weed and put on a documentary and I just fell asleep. I woke up with a massive headache. So I just took something. Um, First, I'm gonna get this out of the way. Hashtag story time. Uh, Stella Rose, did you want to see all this proof? Where your cuckoo, wackadoo, granny narcissist, gaslighter, uh, went around and gathered all these community like of people on Twitter and screaming from the rooftops how her little Asian grandchildren were racially disparaged, yada yada yada. Yeah, Lindy talking about fuck around, find out. See, my family already knows I'm cuckoo. My neighbors already know I'm cuckoo. You know, this is my home. I don't care what anybody across the street next door, what nobody thinks. This is my home. You know? So I dare you, Mar. I have no respect for your family. None. You could have did the same thing I did. When you chose to go real life with those people, you sealed your fate. You sealed it. Sealed it. Hashtag homely. Anyway, look, Isaac. I just want to like cut the chase, you know, all these games everybody's playing, like behind the scenes and like, let's go back. Can we go back, Isaac? Back to 2022. I believe it was August 22nd. I don't know. Like, I remember a stream you had with Take Back in them, Isaac. Was Isaac even there? I don't even remember. Now that I look back with my cams were hacked, the very first ones, of course, and all that. Um, but yeah. Does Take Back still have that stream, Isaac? Does Blue Hall Waffles have it saved? Like, did someone save it? I'd like to watch it again now that I'm sane and not like going through what I was going through then. Y'all broke me a little bit there, huh? I still believe, like, if I have a timeline of events, I do believe that someone creeped around my house first, and then I believe Beg got Guest Mob and all that involved, and there's JT's involved, and maybe Corey, who knows? Deborah Orr. It's, you know. But Isaac, I'm talking to you like a man to a man. Like, I don't know nothing about you, dude. Seen some pictures of like some filthy houses you may or may not have lived in. I don't know nothing about you, man. I don't. I get I get your I get your personality. I get what you do, but I don't know. Maybe it's just the way my brain works. That shit, like, I don't know. I know. I know I'm probably one of the most stubborn people in the world. Like, I would literally give up my life to prove a point, give up my freedom, whatever. Isaac, let me tell you a story. I did some bad things around here for a lot of years with the fugitive felon over there. Said a lot of bad things. Yeah. I deserve to get trolled and heartbroken and all that, Isaac. But when my family was involved, my mom's shit was hacked. And do you know who it was, Isaac? Who was it? Was it you? If it was you or someone you know, you would own it, right? Because you're not a pussy. You'd say, yeah, man, I did it. Let me show you what I got. Come on, Isaac. I mean, I don't understand the end game because I'm not going to go off this channel ever. Uh, why am I not allowed to say what I want to? You say what you want to over there, Isaac. Savage says what she wants to. I don't get what goes on in my. What gave you or anybody else the right to hack my family? My family was hacked. It's like I was telling mom, you know, there's this guy. He kind of claimed it. Maybe he works for the government, maybe he doesn't. But if someone with any kind of that level, like I told mom, I said, people work, you know, doing that shit. And then they retire one day and they still have that knowledge. With the iPhones, if anybody is in those iPhones somehow, then that's a major, major deal. Major. Because the iPhone. So, but anyway, Isaac, like, what's the deal, man? What's the deal? Like, you can make fun of Mark Terry's mugshot, that's fine. Like, even, I suppose, body cam. Hey, anybody got any body cam footage? I'd love to see how bad my house looked back then. I'm not ashamed of anything. I've been sober for this December will be 2 full years. I've done some wild, stupid, ignorant shit when I was intoxicated. Kind of like Lisa Lynn over there, kind of like Bergs, kind of like a bunch of people. When you're drunk, you don't make the best decisions. Your judgment's clouded. You base your feelings, like you get that anger you don't have when you're intoxicated. You don't have that little, like, like, don't do that. You're drunk, so you just do whatever. You don't have that self-control. Yeah, Isaac, what's the deal, man? What's the dealio? I'll admit anything, like anything that I did. But I can tell you this, I'll die or I'll go to prison before I let my life be invaded, or my family's like that. We're all law-abiding taxpayers over here, man. Like I said, I open up my window with a bullhorn and scream out that this is my home. This is it. I'm not going to be hacked. My mom's financials are not. I'll make it stop one way or the other, or either I won't have to deal with it. You know what I'm saying? I won't have to deal with it. I'll sit my ass in jail and get me a good nap. And I'm a survivor. I adapt very easily. I did like 9, 10 months in jail, one time. It's I know how to make time go. I'm not worried about that. What I'm worried about is my family's privacy. That's what I'm worried about. And if I have to sacrifice myself to give my family privacy, I'll do it, Isaac. I'll do it. So if you want to keep on harassing Mark or his neighbors or my neighbors, or if anybody wants to do that, then I'll sit here for a week straight and look up every person that's associated. I'm not going to fuck with you, Isaac. I mean, I'm sure you've been through the ringer. I guess, Mom, from what I've seen, that's what they do. Ain't nothing to do to any of y'all, right? You have to go outside and pick people that's important to that person in the center, right? Isn't that what y'all did? I know how to play that game. I don't. Because Isaac, I've always had some kind of boundaries, just like that fugitive, felon, elder abuser, racist. And don't tell me she ain't racist, Isaac. And aren't you a African American, Isaac? Aren't you? I talked to the woman for 7 years. I can guarantee you, Mark ain't the only one that said the N word. I'm not the only one that said the N word. I can tell you, Lion Lynn said the N word too, Isaac. And if she was a voter, I'm sure she'd be a registered Democrat, but she can't register to vote because she's a wanted fugitive. But anyway, I just wish someone, come on, let's put it all out there in Front Street, because I'm not going to go anywhere. I'm going to say exactly what I want from here. And just for the record, Burks, Mara, I did turn you into CPS because I believe you put your grandchildren in danger. I believe that. My head wasn't right back then because of the trolling by, the fugitive felons, associates, and yours and all that. Yeah, Mara, I get that. Now I'm ready because I can't move on from it, but I need to make it stop. I need my privacy to be regained. And see, I could tomorrow or in 5 minutes, I could delete my YouTube channel and not look over there no more, but I would have no guarantee of privacy. So why live like that without that privacy? But then, you know what I mean? You'll get your way, but then I'm also I don't have no privacy. I'm not going to live like that. I'm not going to do it. I refuse. It's finally got to a point where I'm over it. I'm over it. So why don't somebody say what they did? I'm like, well, I keep playing these games. You can only like hide the truth so long. Like and I believe this too, there's varying levels. There's like, we're trolling him, or yeah, we hacked his YouTube, we could see what channels he was at through his Google, or it's I believe certain people, but I'm telling you, there's something major that once I can finally pinpoint it, I think it's gonna really just like blow up. Like it's gonna be something major. Because if anybody can get into these Apple devices, that's a huge deal. Because it happens only a couple times, very rarely around the world. I've researched, as I'm sure people know, if I have a router, spyware, if there's something hooked onto my Wi-Fi, whatever, who cares? Evidently y'all care. And like I noticed Hag parried Lindy. You're not that important. Well, evidently I am. Evidently I am. If people want to know what's in my mom's bank account or what's in her email or what's in mine or what's in my cloud or what's this, that, other thing, then evidently I am not important to someone. Someone's fearful of something, and that's what it comes down to. Uh, I believe y'all are trying to protect someone at all cost. Like at all cost. And I honestly believe, I think it's all started out with Corey and JT and all that, and it progressed to this, and now y'all are trying to help them from me finding out what I need to find out. I don't know. It's just a thought. But, I mean, I just don't know where anybody goes from here at this point. Y'all's other LOL clown is locked up. I mean, I don't even watch that one-legged lady. Like, I don't know anything about her but she has a leg, and I think like somebody said, I guess this could be kidding or the truth. Someone said she was fighting on leg and her line or leg got infected, and she just kept on like arguing online instead of going to the doctor, and it fell off. I don't know. I'm not. I don't know. But I would like to say I'm gonna go ahead and go because I'm gonna go outside now that it's cool and work and enjoy the rest of my day. I'm a little rested. Got my weed. But where do we go? I mean, where? I mean, Mara's over there still bitching about like, okay, Mara, about that cabin. You can ask Lindy a thing. I never called that cabin. I acted like that, and you fell for it, and just like y'all trolled me, Mara, I trolled you with that. I'm not gonna call some cabin and harass those people because you lied about it when I knew you were lying about it. So I just called you out for lying and acted like you know what I mean? Come on, Mara, I know how to do that too. Don't be dumb. And another thing, Mara, is you bring up, this is Mara's Attention Memorial Day. Mara, you bring up Alex, and I gave my mom's. I was in a very miserable state of mind, and I sure did. And you know what? I'm a POS for that. But you know what else, Mara? Trolling someone, making them fall in love with you, and taking their mom's money when they ain't got no teeth and all that because you think you're some Billy badass. Uh, that's not cool either. It's not cool either. And I'm sorry, that's some gay shit. It just is. Nothing will ever change my mind. None of that. That's some homoerotic gay shit that went on. Like, whatever that was weirdo stuff. Uh, so at the end of the day, I look back and say, yeah, Ryan, you're a piece of shit. You tried to catfish a guy. Yeah, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, those minor things, yeah. And then the more major things I've said that were pretty hurtful. Because if I think you got ugly kids, I'm gonna say, you know what? Them some ugly kids. They may be the best little sweetest kids ever, but they ugly as shit. That's come on. One other thing I would like to say is when I threatened Alex's kids, everybody knows why I did it. Because I was pushed and pushed and pushed, and y'all know you kept pushing, especially when I was over there with my grandmother's. And I finally said something. So he would go have me arrested so I could get its name. I never had an intention of doing anything physical or going around. I mean, come on. I won't. Everybody knows that. I think I said it. I said, have me arrested, have me arrested, have me arrested. And then I'll, so, I mean, come on. I ain't gonna, it's the internet. It's the internet. Anyway, yeah, Isaac, like, I know you're not going to respond to this. You're not going to say nothing, but I'm asking you, man. I'm telling you, like, what's the deal? Where's anybody going to go from that? Like, if you are involved, or I remember the Barbie thing, all that stuff. So, like, what's the deal, Isaac? What's the deal? I mean, do I need to go make some macaroni and think on it? I don't know. But if you're a badass, you'd admit, like, if you had any part in it, right? Isaac, you're not a pussy. I mean, if you do something, you take responsibility for it, right? I take responsibility for shit in life. It's not a fun thing to do sometimes, but it's something that has to be done. Just like a Lion Lynn over there. The convicted financial elder abuser who didn't care if her elderly half-sister had a can of soup in her cabinet or not. She was going to make sure her rent was paid, her utilities was on. She didn't care about their utilities. Could have got cut off, froze death over there. Who knows? No one cared about my grandparents. It wasn't bothering nobody. Didn't care. So that's all there is. There really ain't much more to say. We're just going day by day and see what's going to happen. But I won't get triggered or put into the state of psychosis I was. I learned from that. I adjusted and I moved forward. If someone can see my pictures of my phone or what, who cares? I'm gonna go look at the same stuff. I'm gonna Google the same stuff. I'm gonna Google people's names. I'm gonna take pictures. I'm gonna talk to my friend. Doesn't faze me because you know why? I'm not doing anything wrong. I'm not in the wrong. Whoever's doing that to me, whoever's violating federal crimes doing that to me, that's who's in the wrong. So they need to worry about it, not me. I'm gonna look at porn. I'm gonna take pictures around my house. I'm gonna text my mom. I'm gonna text my sister. I'm gonna call my friend. I'm gonna live my life because I'm not doing anything wrong. Anyway, on the Mark Terry thing, I haven't even looked. If I can put some money on his books, whatever, I'll do it. We'll see what the bond goes. Because I thought about it a little bit more. Like if someone wants to go in on half and half with me to bond him right now, I'll do it. If you want to wait a week, see if it's or wait at least till tomorrow, see if his bond gets dropped a little bit in the next couple of days, then I'll just do it. But there's also things to put me on the line if I do it too, because if you don't show up in court, then I'm out the whole amount. But if his family needs, or if there's a friend on here that wants the money to, well, I'll work something out. If not, I'll give him some money, put on his books. Don't want it. I don't want him to tell me what happened. He'll get out of jail and he'll be right back buddies with you, Isaac, and Rachella, and all that. I know how Mark is too. So there's nothing. I just want to prove a point with that. Leave his family alone, man. His dad loves him. I'm sure his family loves him. I can see how Mark is. Mark talks a lot of shit like me. But I know with me and Mark, we're different on some other levels. Like I said, I'm stubborn to the point I would give up my life to prove a point. I made that decision long ago, freedom or life. I'm not going to be framed for anything. That's another reason I keep screaming it from the rooftop. So if something ever does happen, what if I go away and then a year later then y'all do something to me? And then it'd be like, oh, we didn't even talk about it. Yeah, I know kind of what I'm doing. I'm kind of saving my ass in a way just by keeping going. Anyway, have a good one. Like, what's the deal, Isaac? What's the deal? Mara, fuck off. Fuck off. You're a weirdo, Mara. You're obsessed with my shit. You're obsessed with my mother, or hats, or cat. You have no life, Mara. This is the most excitement you've probably ever had in your entire life. I mean, you are so into this. And then you don't cover for a fugitive felon on the run. Because don't do it, Mara. Don't do it. Don't worry about my family, Mara. Because if you keep worrying about my family, you're going to push me to worry about yours. And at this point, I don't give a fuck because my mind's right. My mind's right. I know how to convey a message finally. And I know how to convey a message to authorities, to a detective. This is Tampa. It's a big city. They know what trolls are. They know what hacking is. We're not in Moulton, Alabama, or Lawrence County, Alabama, where there's only like 83 people in the jail. There's 83 people in one pod at my jail. And there's no jail down the road. So this is a huge county that there's over 1 million people that live here. We're not like in some, Hobunk town in Alabama. So, and if anybody did get the body cam footage to my domestic dispute back during the pandemic, you have to pay for that. That's on file. Maybe Tammy did it for Lindy. Maybe who, but it's on the record book somewhere. Everything leaves a trace. You have to step back and look at the big picture. So, let me know when I regain my privacy. That's all I really want to know. My family's privacy. So, happy Memorial Day. Mara, I'll talk to you in 2025. Maybe you'll finally have an updated picture of your family because you've been using the same one since like 2010. Okay? Don't worry about my family, Mara. Worry about yours. You have one. They're ugly, but you got one. So, have a great day. Bye, y'all.